What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 159. Wow, it's crazy. 159 episodes.
3 years of greatness.
Of the Nerd Cave podcast. Also, our 3-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
I am one of your hosts, Derek Diamond, joined along with, as always,
Zach Dykes.
And Robbie Rawls.
Guys, it's been a while since all three of us have been on the show. Since episode 151.
Oh, yeah.
I know our schedules just don't like to line up properly in the summertime.
By ours, mostly mine, because of baseball season. But
wasn't going to point fingers. I did miss an episode due to something. I can't remember what it was.
I pointed fingers.
But it's good to have all of us back. And for those who are watching currently on Twitch, thank you for sticking with us throughout the day. We have been streaming all day since 11 o'clock this morning.
Yep, and running around like crazy trying to make everything work. We had a lot more Let's Plays planned, but everything worked. Everything worked.
Everything ended up being really fun to do anyway. I mean, I got to, I played Smite a little bit longer than I did. The makeup challenge lasted a while. It was fun. The Disney song challenge lasted forever.
Champion right here, Zach Dykes.
Two-time
world champion. Nerd Cave Network champion.
We definitely have to work on our judges, like picking songs better. But I'm not.
I thought I did a pretty decent job.
I think he was very fair and not biased.
He was.
I was firm, but I was fair.
Yeah, that's what I like about you.
That's what I hear.
Firm and fair.
Firm and fair. So how are you guys doing? How's your? It's really been a couple of weeks since I've talked to you guys. So how have things been going?
Some friends you are. I'm just playing. I've been doing pretty good. Finishing out been sick this past week, and also had to fill out 2 incident reports this week.
Oh, you're beating kids again?
One kid got a gash in his forehead, and the other one lost a tooth.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah,
being a great teacher.
I am. They step 1 foot out of line, they get lashings.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns, as the principal in Breakfast Club would say.
No, what happened was they were playing football. It was two-hand tag, like two-hand touch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one kid rolls out and goes to his right, and on his blind side, he didn't see another kid blitzing him to go tag him. Well, he spins and jukes right into him. The kid trying to tag him lost a tooth, and the other kid's tooth went into the other kid's forehead.
Holy crap!
Nice.
Yep.
Holy crap!
Holy crap!
And it literally happened 10 feet in front of me. And I saw, the tooth went to it, popped out of his head and fell to the ground. And I was like, well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. I've only had to fill out 1 incident report. So, actually 2. I forgot about that other one.
Let's say I had 2 in 1 week. 1 day.
But,
Kids will be kids.
Yeah. What about you, Zach?
Busy week. Met with parents this week. Full band and everything. So it was just a lot. Been answering emails and everything. Just work. That's what it really comes down to.
Work.
And,
trust me, I know the feeling.
And that's all I've done, and plan as much as I could in my free time for the live show. So, I've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun today, and definitely learned a lot, because this was kind of my brainchild. I was like, I want to do a full-day live show, and we've done it.
Yeah.
We're on the last leg of the live show, which is nice to be able to say. And that we went 11 o'clock to 8, which is however many hours that is. And it went pretty well, had a few things here and there.
Speed bumps.
And finding out that everything that says, oh, this will work, doesn't always work. So,
but it also could have gone a whole lot worse.
It could have. Willis could have been here.
That is true.
Be nice. Be nice.
Oh, boy. But no, my week was very busy as well. I had to run our department for the last 3 games.
Dang.
Because my boss was out sick with a very contagious stomach virus. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it pretty much put him out of commission until Thursday. So
Ebola.
it was not that, but it was interesting.
What?
Like, because I didn't realize like how important having two people in our department is.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wednesday I was the last person to leave the stadium. I left after the grounds crew and I left after the cleaning crew, which was
Dang.
crazy. Like the lights were shut off and everything. That place is creepy when you're
Kinda
there
like
at night by yourself.
Like being in a church at night.
Yeah.
Creepier than the radio station that me and Willis used to work at.
Pretty close.
I know Willis can attest to it. Like, we talked about it a few weeks ago, how scary that place used to be.
Oh, yeah. But no, other than that, just trying to get back in the swing with getting interviews and hopefully doing more Throwback Thursdays. I got the dusted off the Xbox 360, bought a Nintendo 64, and soon you'll be seeing a lot more variety in Throwback Thursdays.
Nice. How about some of that sweet Superman 64 love?
You really want the Superman
I do.
64.
Like me, we need to.
You know what else I want to see? Do a little Mass Effect Let's Play so me and Zach can listen to. Bum, 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 bum,
That's all you hear.
Bum, 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 bum. You can get through it. Put the kitty gloves on and go through it on easy. You can get there.
I don't want to do that.
Bum, bum, bum. I need to make that your ringtone.
I did have an idea that the three of us plus Shad should get together and do the old Ninja Turtles arcade game for a nice throwback
I
Thursday.
cannot wait
For the new one?
for the new one to come out later
It
this
looks
month.
so fun.
It is going to be freaking amazing.
Yes, it is.
And that's something that, like, I've watched Kind of Funny do, like, they played it and everything, and it just looks amazing.
It's totes legit.
It looks really, really good.
Anytime Robbie says totes legit, I'm just not going to.
Well, yeah, he's super excited about it.
Literally almost super excited for this.
Yeah, uh-huh. Why does that thing not work? Sorry. I'm working to make things work right now. So
Thinking about it, I wish that when I had listened to that episode, if I had done like a little counter of how many times you said the word super. It was a lot.
I don't even know what was wrong with me that day.
No, I mean it's not a bad thing. I'm just busting your chops.
No, it was annoying me. I'm like, why do I keep saying this?
Well, what's funny is whenever one of my last Throwback Thursdays I did, I was like, I am super excited to play this game, and I just kind of stopped, and I'm like, no, I said it. The infection is spreading.
So, y'all want to talk about this story real quick?
Sure.
All right. So, hopefully this works. Boom. Sucker. Boom. Hopefully everybody's seeing that right there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2. Voice of Krang revealed. Brad Garrett. I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
Did you ever watch Everybody Loves Raymond?
The big,
He was the tall guy with the really deep voice.
Okay. So Brad Garrett will be voicing Krang.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of excited for this movie, and I'll tell you why. I did not care for the one that came out, what was it, 2 years ago? Because it was so different than the Turtles that I grew up watching. And I knew that it was made more for kids today who watch like the current Nickelodeon cartoon. But this movie here looks like more
towards that.
Towards us. Because you finally got Bebop and Rocksteady.
Oh, yeah.
Which I am super excited about. You've got
Super
Krang.
excited?
I'm super excited.
Super excited. Literally almost super excited.
You've got Krang. You've got the Technodrome. You've got
The
Foot Clan. You've got Casey Jones. Oliver Queen is Casey Jones.
I know.
And I am super excited.
I really didn't mind the first one that came out. Like, I know, like, it is different than what we have, had in the past with our older. I think it might be with you adding the.
Yeah, it might be. So I'll.
We're getting too fancy.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, it's different, but it's going to be kind of like the Power Rangers. It's going to be a good different. It's trying to get up with
Hopefully
the times.
it's not choppy anymore.
But yeah, I'm super, super excited. for the second one because, like I said, I like the first one, and I think this one's going to be even better.
No, I think it's going to be really surprising.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I hope that it does well. I never watched the first one, so I don't have anything to compare it on. But, you know, it is Michael.
It's a good watch.
Michael Bay.
It is Michael
As
Bay.
I burp into
Bay.
the mic.
Michael
So hopefully the stream's a little bit less choppy. Guys, if you don't know, we're doing a stream right now during the middle of this podcast. So if you jumped ahead for some odd reason. So
It's all good.
it's all good.
I always watch the ending of a video before I watch the beginning.
You never know what's going to happen. You never know. But, yeah,
They're saying it's better.
it's better. Good.
Yeah.
It must have been,
Our getting fancy kind of bit us in the butt.
hey, I like to be fancy.
I know it happens.
I'm so fancy.
Dun,
You're
dun, dun,
already
dun, dun.
All
done
right, calm it down,
in
Glamazon.
the
Dun,
fast
dun,
lane.
dun, 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 dun.
Tokyo.
Resident Spider-Man.
So
What do you-
this
what do you
this
think?
is an interesting story. So it was reported that
Do I do
Michael
fancy?
Keaton was in
Antoine, slow it
negotiations to play the villain in Spider-Man: Homecoming. I'm like, okay, sweet. I like Michael Keaton. He's a very good actor. Then they said that he wasn't, and then I got disappointed. And now they're saying that he's in final negotiations for a deal, and then I got excited again.
Yay.
The strong rumor is he will be playing Adrian Toomes, a.k.a. the Vulture. What do you guys think? I will say Vulture is not my favorite villain, but I could see Michael Keaton making him enjoyable.
Yeah, he could definitely pull it off in the right way. Because he has the look down for it. I mean, not the 90-year-old man look, but I mean, he has a decent look for the Vulture. So I'm literally almost super excited for it.
Literally almost super side. I think it's going to be good. I think, you know, he's going to bring something to the table. I wished he would be playing somebody that's not the Vulture.
Maybe someone a little more mysterious.
Yeah, that would be way better in my opinion.
Well, hopefully they'll go with Mysterio for the sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not 100% confirmed that he's going to be Vulture, but if I had to guess, I say that he will be. And they're also saying the Tinkerer will have a role in it as well.
Really?
That he'll actually be the one to build Vulture's suit, but it will be out of the alien armor from the original Avengers.
Oh,
So I think that'd
okay.
be a cool way to kind of say, okay, this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. All right. We're back, everybody.
It's good
That's-
to be back.
Yeah. That's the thing about live shows. Like, I feel like I get more and more distracted because I'm trying to, like when we're doing the podcast part of it, at least, I'm just like, going over here and all of that. So I feel like I'm not as on the ball as I have been the last few weeks. I think I've been on the ball, not, talking myself up or anything.
Well, you're coaching yourself up.
Yeah. Rapid fire. There's no rapid fire this week. I didn't have time to get that together.
Well, there's not really a ton of news
Yeah.
out there anyway, so you can only do that if there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be so bad like if we stopped getting fancy,
Stop getting fancy. What are you talking about?
playing around on it. We could talk.
I'm not playing around on
I'm
it.
joking.
He's just jealous. He's
I'm
just jealous.
joking.
I've been working hard, man. Working hard for my
I was
money.
about to say we all been working hard, son.
We're gonna,
We're gonna
fight.
fight.
We're gonna fight on our anniversary show. We're gonna fight on our anniversary show.
This is how it ends.
Anyway, the only other bit of news I can think of, and I was curious to get your thoughts on this because you're kind of the DC fan of the group. Apparently, Zack Snyder is out as the guy who is running the DC Cinematic Universe. And he's been replaced with Jeff Johns and someone else who will be taking over in like the Kevin Feige type role. Do you think that's a good move?
Yes, I do. I like Zack Snyder. I think his vision for the the DC Cinematic Universe is a little different than most people think of DC. And I'm glad that they're bringing in somebody that actually knows DC Comics, that has written DC Comics, that knows how things are supposed to run. Over at Marvel, they have a committee that, runs everything. And I think that's the best way to go. Don't let someone just have free reign. You mentioned it on Time for Comics earlier today that, having that, don't give somebody the keys to the kingdom when they don't know what they're doing, when their last really successful movie was 300.
Yeah.
So I think it's the better way of doing it.
I think it is actually a great way to go because, like you said, he knows what he's doing when it comes to comics. And Zack Snyder, he's creative and everything. And he's done some good movies. Like I enjoyed The Watchmen. No, it did not do amazing, money wise and everything like that. But Zack Snyder's a good director, but he just didn't have, I feel, enough knowledge or the right vision for it.
Yeah.
But Johns is going to come in with his counterpart, and I feel like that's going to send the DCCU in the right direction.
Yeah. I agree. Having that two-man system to kind of play off, okay, is this a good idea? Do we do this? Do we move forward with this? I think that's a way to get people into this, to fix the mistakes that have been made, or, lessen that blow. And I think when people, realize that Zack Snyder is not over it anymore, he's still directing Justice League, right?
Yes.
And when they hear that, okay, he's not making the creative decisions other than getting, okay, he's going to be directing this, but Ben Affleck's also going to be executive producing it.
Yes.
So.
I think that Zack Snyder is a very good visual director because visually Batman v Superman was amazing. It was like a work of art.
Oh, yeah.
But I think where he falls short is that is his strength, but to me, he's not a great overall director. And that includes having a long-term vision, and I think the direction that he wanted to go wasn't necessarily the right one.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's too late for DC cinematic universe as it is now to turn it around. If Suicide Squad comes out and it gets good reviews, which very early reviews say that it is good.
I've heard good things about it.
And then Wonder Woman comes out next year. Mm-hmm. If that gets good reviews, then you get the ball rolling and you get things going in the right direction.
Like one thing I feel like with Snyder is, like some of the action sequences that are in his movies are great, but I don't feel like he's a great overall storyteller. Because you take 300, for instance, that's not super story-driven. It's pretty much...
It is very story-driven.
It's action and...
It's super story-driven, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nothing but slow-motion fight scenes.
You're just...
David Goyer wrote the script for Batman v Superman, didn't he?
Yeah, he needs to be gone, too.
Yeah. Because, I said it before, like, I actually liked Batman v Superman, but the problems with it, I think, lied with him. Like, the pacing of the story was just all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult to keep up with. So I think he was one of the bigger problems with that movie.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that. He's been a problem for a while. And he doesn't understand comic books or comic book fans. So I still really enjoyed Batman versus Superman.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
Same here.
Yeah. And I know Steve Wise was talking crap about it.
Oh, you guys listened to the interview?
Yeah, I did. I'm coming after you, Steve. Don't be messing with my Batman.
I mean, he
versus
brought
Superman.
up legit points.
No legit points. I don't care, Steve. I don't care where you live. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you and take your Batman fan card away.
The guy did write a Batman script.
Ooh, I wrote Batman fan fiction. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just messing with you, Steve. I like you. He's a good guy.
No, he is.
Yeah.
He is. Other than that, I really can't think of any major news stories that came out. I mean, we've got I know you
New
haven't.
Star Trek trailer.
Yes, which I actually have not watched yet, but I've heard it's very good.
Well, I was in the process of watching it, and I had like a minute left, and then we had technical difficulties that we had to attend to.
Yeah. I actually, like, the very first trailer that they put out for it made it seem very Fast and Furious. And I understand that the director is, from the Fast and Furious franchise. But this one, I didn't even listen to the audio. Just the pacing of the trailer seemed a lot. It wasn't necessarily slower, but it didn't have that feel to it in this one. It wasn't cut that way, which I'm very glad, because that had me kind of concerned with the direction that Star Trek was going to be going. So I'm glad they kind of reined that in a little bit. It might just be because the trailer was cut a different way, but at the same time, I think that, it made me feel better about the movie.
Yeah, because I feel like this to a lesser extent than I do like X-Men, where I feel like it's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle a little bit because so much focus had been going to Civil War and Batman versus Superman that, X-Men comes out this weekend, and I barely even think about it.
Have you seen some of like the first reactions to it?
I've heard it's mixed reviews, slightly leaning towards positive.
I was just trying to get your thought on some of the people who were saying like negative stuff about it, like what all you've heard.
I'm still going to go see it.
Oh, I am too.
Regardless, but
I'm actually excited for it because I think it's going to be really good.
Did you guys see the infomercial they made for Xavier School?
No, I wanted to watch it, but I didn't get a chance to.
It looks like an 80s infomercial, and it is glorious.
That is great.
It is glorious. But I'm still going to watch it. I probably will have lower expectations, which means I'll probably come back on the show next time I'm here, and I'm like, oh, it was actually a really good movie.
Yeah. That's the best way to go into a movie.
They've already confirmed that they're doing a sequel that's going to be set in the 90s. If they got like the classic X-Men uniforms, from the cartoon,
awesome. That would be awesome.
I would geek out.
The first thing I think about when they do the 90s? Well, the theme song, of course, but Firecracker Girl.
She's in this movie.
Yeah, Jubilee.
She's in, yeah.
I thought she would be more as like a 90s show.
She's the main one that's in the infomercial.
Oh, I haven't seen the infomercial.
You should. It's very good.
I want to, from what you're saying.
No, but I think it'll be a decent movie.
Yeah.
I've as bad as they've done with Fantastic Four, I think for the most part Fox has done a good job with the X-Men.
Yeah, like I've been wanting to set aside time to like rewatch from first all the way to what's the newest one? Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna start that sometime soon. Because I remember seeing the first X-Men in theaters with my dad, and it being that was like my first like theater experience with something that was as long as that X-Men movie. Now it's just like every day, but like I had the big old Coke and I'm sitting there, and like I can't even remember how old I was. I think it came out in 2001.
The first X-Men came out in 2000.
2000.
Because X2 came out in 2003.
So I think I was like 7th or 8th grade or something like that. And I'm sitting there, I'm like super excited, and I finish off my Coke within like the first 10 minutes. And then 45 minutes later, I'm just like, oh. I was like, Dad, I don't want to miss it. He's like, son, you're going to pee on yourself. Go to the bathroom. I was like, but I don't want to miss it. I ended up having to go because like my stomach was hurting so bad from holding in pee.
But I don't want to miss Wolverine.
Trust me, son, you'll have many, many movies to see. He'll never grow old and he'll never die.
Which kind of going on the geek out thing, I had a little geek out moment of my own, and it takes a lot to really make me nerd out. Like we always bring up the Dark Knight Returns incident that happened with you a few years ago. So I'm at work, and I get a text from our friend Luke, and it just simply says, Mick Foley is coming to Pensacon. And I'm like, wait, what? So then I go on Facebook, and then I go on their page, and it's the first thing that pops up. And I'm in the elevator, and I'm just like, And like, just I have this shocked look on my face for like 5
You
minutes.
take your sock off, you draw, and you just start attacking people with it.
I should have done that. No, like I walk in Mary Jane's office. She runs our media relations, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, stared at my phone like this, and I just show it to her, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's so awesome!" And
That's so freaking bad, man. You don't even know.
don't even know. The M Man is badass, if you know what I mean.
I do.
So I'm not been so excited about someone coming to Pensacon like I am with him.
Until I came.
Well,
Until you're a guest there.
I know probably 4 days from now, I'm probably going to freak out too because it looks like they have a pretty big HP person coming. Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Because I see them advertising it. And
Who do you think it is?
I know they wouldn't
Alan Rickman.
Oh,
That's way too soon. The cardboard cutout.
He's dead. How is it too soon?
It's always too
Ari
soon.
made a Prince joke today, and he's the closest one that died.
I don't know. I don't think it's Daniel Radcliffe.
God, that place would go bonkers. If
Yeah.
that was the case.
I really couldn't think of who it could be.
You wouldn't be able to walk in that building if it
Him,
was.
Hermione, or Ron would be absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Neville, I could see them getting Neville.
Hagrid.
Oh, Hagrid would be pretty cool.
How about the first guy that played Dumbledore? Oh, wait, he's dead too.
Draco Malfoy.
I'm just going to call this episode #too soon.
Might as well.
No, it's going to be called 3-year anniversary or something like that.
Almost literally.
I'll probably use our like original logo, the one with just the glasses.
Yeah.
Because that came on my Facebook feed, and I'm just like, God, I was bad at making logos back then.
Hey, we were all bad at a lot of things back then.
That is true. Which is kind of segueing into that. I mean, unless there's other news that you guys want to talk about.
No.
It's the 3-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a lot of funny moments that have happened. A lot of good moments, sometimes some bad moments. What are some of your favorite moments that have happened in the 3-year history of the Nerd Cave Network?
This one didn't go live, but when you made the joke about Xavier,
Which one was that?
it was like something about a wagon and then Xavier being crippled.
Oh,
Yeah, that was bad. That was good that didn't go live.
we've had quite a few things that we thought was funny, and then we thought about it. We were like, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Let this go
There
out.
was one of the earlier shows. There was a joke I made that was so bad. I don't remember what it was, but both you and Willis said we should probably cut that out of the episode.
And if
Yeah.
those
I don't-
two
I-
say that.
I remember
Oh, you did?
somewhat what it is,
Oh,
but I'm
okay.
not going to say it. But yeah, it was bad. Trust me on that one.
I remember it. I can't remember what episode it was, but like it all started like I said something and it was like too bad, but it was just kind of like it just started a trend. Like all of us started just saying bad stuff, so we had to like cut out like 10 minutes right there.
Yeah.
Good times.
Anytime we do one of these or year-end reviews or whatever, SNES
Yeah.
is like top of the list still.
Yeah, that was just something like you had sent the picture and I didn't immediately see it, but I can hear Willis in the other room start to laugh, and then I hear you laugh, and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What in the world are they laughing at?" And then I look at the picture and I'm just like, "Oh, that's funny."
And then you try to attack me, then your dog attacks me.
Which her way of attacking is just jumping in your lap and like,
Oh, how about you?
there are so many. I mean, our first panel we ever did was a lot of fun. Really, even going to our first convention
Yeah.
was kind of crazy because I remember we had to get all the interviews ourselves because our help kind of bailed on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I have a funny story about that once we get off air.
Okay.
But First panel, but my favorite panel we did was at Fanaticon last year.
Yeah.
That
The
was really
podcasting
good.
panel. We had like 60-something people.
All right, me and Zach were sitting there while you were setting up in the back. We were talking. He's like, "Who's going to introduce this one?" And I was like, oh, "I don't know." I was like, "All right." I was like, "Well, rock paper scissors it," and then when Derek gets back, the winner will play him. And we're like, "Okay." So I won the first round, and I was like, "All right, sweet." When Derek gets back, me and him will do it. Derek sits down, and as soon as his butt hits it, "What's up, everybody?" I was like, "All right."
Do it alive.
That's what I like to call a power move.
I was trying to be diplomatic about it with rock paper scissors.
Just getting to interview so many different people, that's been a real cool part of it. And building something that's going to last throughout the ages, and just when you build something that just is so powerful and just something that can't be stopped because you're a rock.
He became so powerful, he could save those he cared about from dying.
All right, Robbie, your turn.
Definitely the first con I ever went to. It was Fanaticon. Shout out to my boy Phil.
Phil Chalker.
Yeah. His con, it was beautifully done. He's always had a great crowd, great people, and just being able to hang out with what's her name from The Walking Dead? She plays the zombies.
What was her
Oh,
name?
God, I can't remember her name.
Was it Sonya?
Sonya Thompson.
Yep.
She comes up to our table, and we just kind of hit it off right there, and we kind of became friends throughout that weekend. We went out to eat. We went out to eat with a celebrity.
Yeah.
She's a celebrity.
Yeah, she was nice. I liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robbie's trying
good
to
people.
jump her bones.
Hey. But that was
Yep.
that was the Walmart girl.
Well, you're trying to jump anybody's bones.
That was Walmart
You tried to
girl.
jump somebody. I don't remember who, but you tried
Hey,
to do it.
she came on to me. I can't help that. It happens. It's a natural thing, Derek.
It's not natural.
No.
That's not natural at all.
Oh well.
Robbie, what you were saying is not accurate in the slightest.
But that's definitely been really fun, and getting into doing Let's Plays has also been fun. Taking something that we love to do as a pastime, playing video games, and I don't know why people like watching people play games, but they do, and we're thankful for that because it's fun that they're living our moments with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not sucking as much on making those videos anymore.
Yeah.
God,
If you go back and watch those early videos, because I still remember when you were like, we should start doing more YouTube stuff. And I'm like, okay. And then I remember we would get up like once a month and we would just do like stuff all day.
Mm-hmm.
But they were so different than what they are now. Like if you go back and you watch like Smash Saturdays, they're way different than what we do now.
Player 4
Player 4 always wins.
When he didn't.
Player 4 always wins. It doesn't matter what.
What's one thing that's cool is I know I haven't done as much of the YouTube stuff as you guys have, but I remember early in the year I was like, wait, Throwback Thursday is a big thing on social media. We do Let's Plays, and I play older games more often than I do newer ones. So why don't I just do a Throwback Thursday one?
Yeah.
And I've had a blast doing those, like going back and playing Banjo-Kazooie, Zelda, Link to the Past, Earthbound, so many games that I grew up loving, and getting to kind of rediscover those has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it actually gives you a reason to play games because most of the time you're like, I'd rather just relax, but then you're like, well, I got to record this Let's Play, so you hop on, and then you find out you're enjoying it and stuff like that. Because I know, recently, I wasn't able to game nearly as much as I had wanted to, but joining the Nerd Cave and everything like that gave me, not more time, but more of a reason to play.
Yeah. I know my gaming life has turned into just recording. Recently, I haven't been able to record as much, but since November, I started, we all started churning out a video almost every weekday, and that's a lot to do. That's a lot.
5 days a week is.
But I wouldn't change a thing about it. It's been a great learning experience on, because I remember the first time I edited a video, and God, it was awful, and didn't know how to commentate when I played a game, and just,
I remember a lot of it was.
Yeah.
All right, time out. Now we can talk.
Yeah. And for the win. Yeah. That first one where we recorded the gameplay and then we went back and recorded the audio talking about the team, and then we didn't have enough time on the audio, so we sped up the audio, the video to match the gameplay.
What?
Yeah, that was how the first For the Win went.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it was rough. We came a long way with all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And now we have the whole green screen, and
our production value for our videos has definitely come a long way in a year.
And the podcast.
For sure.
Yeah.
Everything is jumped leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Every few months, it's like something, we figure out something new to do, and it makes everything better.
And that's the name of the game. People don't want to tune in to mediocre quality and stuff like that. So, that's what it is. You got to step your game up. We hope not, but it happens every now and then. But
one of my more recent things that I was kind of proud of myself for doing is for the 2-year anniversary for my solo show, I did a Q&A, and I was actually able to carry an hour-long podcast with just myself.
Nice.
And it's still kind of weird sometimes when you don't have that other person to bounce off. I'm sure you guys have learned that with doing the individual Let's Plays.
Yeah.
It's very different. But I think just
getting used to.
Learning that I can do that was really kind of a cool thing. And then with me having a production background, getting to use that in something that I enjoy doing outside of work is really fun. This to me is the real creative stuff that I get to do. Not saying that some of the stuff I do at work isn't fun.
Yeah.
But when you involve video games and just discussing nerdy stuff with your friends, but you get to do it in a creative way, I think it makes it so much more fun.
Oh yeah. And
not only nerdy things, but now fantasy football things
fantasy
too.
football, yes. Which will be coming to your airwaves June or July. Probably,
I want to say it's going to either be late June or early July, because we want to wait till we're getting into the training camps and everything. Which, I mean, not training camp, but ACL alert months.
Yeah.
Got to watch out for them ACL tears.
I am the greatest fantasy football player ever.
Because you were one and done.
Yeah.
Actually, I was 2.
Really?
Yeah, I won 2.
In the league that...
Oh, yeah.
I won the Nerd Cave and your league.
What's funny is...
in the same year. Just saying.
It was really because...
So you were 2 and done.
I'm sure Derek can attest to that. There's one league that we hold over every other league every year.
I don't care.
But I'm just saying that
2.
I had that one, the Nerd Cave, and the one that I did, and I joined a random one. The random one that I had was even money involved in it. And my team started messing up on the Untitled, the one that we do.
Our keeper league.
Yeah. And my team started messing up, so I just threw all those other leagues to the wind, and I was like, all right, focusing on this one. I lost out on $30.
Oh, and we do a work league every year where we put in $20, and the winner will get, I think, $200 or something like that.
Wow.
Or it might be even more. I would still care more about our keeper league because my ego would not want me to lose to you or Willis or Jake or anybody.
It almost happened last year.
Yeah.
I was almost champ, but I lost to the same person I lost to 3 years ago. Luke, I hate you.
Last question before we get out of here. What is a goal that you would like to do, maybe for the show as a whole or as yourself, by the time we get to year 4?
It's a good one. It's a good one. Robbie?
I'm going to go ahead and say I want us to have, I hate like a better fan, but I'm not saying a better fan base, but I want us to have a bigger group of friends, our nerdlings that we have.
Nerds.
I know, but I'm going.
I know.
But like, I love the group we have, but we definitely, to be able to get bigger, to expand, to be able to reach more people, I want to have, a more like united group. I know we have, Derek Daniel, we have Adam Gumbert,
Nick.
The great Nick Caputo.
We have a lot of really good friends out there, but
Matt Feely.
but we want to make more friends. We want to expand many minds, one nerdy subject at a time.
Yeah, that's a good one. Building the community has always been a slow thing for us and everything, but I think we've definitely improved that since we started the group, and I think we can keep improving that. And doing the survey last month definitely helps us see what we need to focus on and things we could change and do better. The thing that I want is to keep growing both YouTube and the podcast, and I want to reach more people. I want to be not necessarily bigger. Like there's a number that I would love to hit. I would love to hit 1,000 subs on YouTube by this time next year, and I definitely want to do more of these live shows like this where we go for a longer time and be there, and grow. Like it kind of goes back into your thing. Grow this community where, okay, we're saying, all right, we're doing a full day live show, or we're doing a community play date. People are out there like, awesome, I get to hang out with these guys. That's the whole thing. We're wanting to build those friendships, and we want to have people to hang out with. And the whole reason we sit down every week is because we don't always get to talk about nerdy things with the people we work with. This is the time for us to sit down and create memories.
I work at the field house, which is where all the football players and coaches are, so I don't get to talk nerdy at all.
Trust me, I know. I work at a baseball stadium.
What about you?
Something that I think would be very beneficial would be Robbie kind of touched on it, expanding our friend base. Like, extend it beyond just the Facebook group. Like, maybe do some more advertisements around town. Like, kind of really build, like, a local fan base. Because I think we really do a lot of good things. Like, we do great videos. We do really fun podcasts. And I think spreading the word and expanding our friend base is very important.
You got to get them at home first. Get them at home, and then that'll start taking root there and spreading out. So I say,
let's kidnap people.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Shad, our friend that's helping us out,
who's been ducking me.
He's been ducking. He's afraid of you, man. It's that spiky hair.
Maybe.
That wavy hair.
No. Shout out to Shad.
But he's been talking about trying to get into and doing some kind of like tournaments in like the Pensacola area, like gaming tournaments and stuff like that. So that's a way to help build up the community. So I'm excited for what the future's coming with the Nerd Cave, because we're going to have tournaments. Fantasy football is going to be a good avenue because that's bringing in a whole nother fandom into. E3 is coming up, so we have a lot of things to look forward to this year, and I just can't wait to get to them.
Yeah, and we can't. None of this would be possible without. I know there's probably not a ton of people watching right now, but the people that are watching, that are supporting us, that are listening, that are giving us those follows, those likes, those subscribes, giving reviews and comments and everything. Without everybody that's doing that and spreading the word, there would be nobody watching this. We'd be making this in a vacuum, and it comes down to it's all about the people, and we want to make the people as happy as we can possibly make them.
It's all about me.
Well, without compromising our beliefs or morals or values.
Yeah.
Makeup challenge excluded here.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have anything else?
I love you.
Ooh. We love you guys.
So, I do want to say, and I agree with that 100%, but I do want to say that it has been really fun getting to talk with you guys every week about just stuff that, I mean, because we did this way before we started the podcast. It's just now we get to do it on an open platform. So it's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what year 4 brings us.
Well, as the stringed orchestra on the Titanic said before they died, it's been an honor and a pleasure playing with you guys.
Little morbid, but noble.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's the thought that counts.
That's true. So I guess to close this out, for those who watched on Twitch, thank you very much for sticking with us throughout the day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We will be doing this again. I don't know exactly when, but it is something that I know we'd definitely love to do again.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know we're doing a live stream for
E3.
So if you want to check that out, we'll be covering all the conferences and everything. So we'll live stream here, and then we'll throw it up on YouTube after that. So covering, Sony, Microsoft. We were hoping Nintendo, but not anymore. But all of the big announcements throughout the week. So
Sweet. Well, how can people find us on social media?
Well, all over Facebook. We're all over social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's all under Nerd Cave Network. We even have an awesome group that we get a lot of ideas from, and they definitely help us build. You just search Nerd Cave Network, and you'll find it.
And we also have a few podcasts that come out throughout the week as well, don't we, Zach?
yeah, we have the Nerd Cave Network that comes out every Tuesday on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. Go subscribe and review it. Give it 5 stars. Nothing less. Then we have the Derek Diamond Experience on Thursdays. Also subscribe and review that. And to finish out the week, we have the Pop Culture Palette on Saturdays.
Yep.
With our
Who will
friends over
soon
there.
be celebrating their 100th episode.
Yeah, that's crazy. Good for them.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's awesome.
Anything else?
I think that's it. Send her home, Jobin.
This has been Derek.
Robbie.
And Zach.
Have a week.